Good afternoon, guys. We're going to do PDL this afternoon. And in PDL today, we're going to look at the internet and why we use the internet. Now, before we went on our half-term break, we had a really great Zoom chat with the lady who came in and talked to us all about how to stay safe on the internet. I had lots of fun in class with the children, and I think everyone at home had lots of fun on that Zoom call as well. But we learnt some really great things. Who can remember what we learnt in that lesson? That's right, we learnt to never, ever, ever give away our personal information on the internet. So we never tell anybody our real name, and we never tell anybody where we live. We also learnt to make sure that our passwords are safe, and then we don't tell anybody our passwords because they're really important private information that we don't share with anybody. So we learnt lots of really good things on that chat. So today we're going to look a little bit more about the internet and why we use the internet. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a video just explaining what the internet actually is. Let me share this with you now.
So, you've probably heard the word internet a lot, but what is the internet? The internet is a network of lots and lots of computers connected to each other so people can keep in touch.
Hello.
Ciao.
Hi.
Guten Tag.
Howdy.
G'day.
You can use the internet on computers, tablets, games consoles or phones, even on watches, glasses, cameras and cars. Some computers are connected with cables that run all around the world, underground and under the sea. Some computers are connected without any cables at all. This is called wireless. The internet is a big part of our lives because we can use it to do lots of things, like doing our shopping from home, playing games with friends who are far away, or sharing fun videos of cats. So, you've probably heard the
Stop. Okay, there we go. Right, guys, so that tells you a little bit more about what the internet is and how we use it. Now, I know for sure that I use the internet an awful lot, and everyone in my house does as well. I do the shopping on the internet. I do lots of work on the internet now. And we were all talking a lot more by Zoom, and we're using the internet for that, aren't we? That's a very different way that we're working at the moment, and we're using the internet that we haven't really used before. I use my phone a lot. My phone is right here. I use it to send messages to people, to keep in contact with people. I do sometimes play games as well on my phone. I watch videos. I know my children watch lots of videos on the internet. They watch YouTube. They play games on PlayStations and things like that. My husband does a lot of work on the internet. So we do lots and lots and lots of things on the internet in our house, and I'm no doubt that you guys do too. We use the internet a lot at school as well. Things like I order all your lunches. That has to be done on the internet. The register, that's all done on the internet now as well, which is amazing. We watch lots of videos and we use the internet to watch our YouTube videos. We sometimes listen to Spotify in class as well, don't we? And that's all through the internet. So what I'd like you guys to do today in your household with your grown-ups, let me just share the screen, there it is. In your household with your grown-ups, I would like you to go and have a chat with them and find out what they use the internet for. So what website or game do they use? It might be a shopping website, it might be email, it might be a certain game that your grown-ups like to play. And I'd like you to count how many times the website is used, and then frequency is the number of times. So tally, the tally is where we put the lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 across. And then the frequency is the number, okay? So because there's not that many people in your house at the moment, it'd be different if we were at school. We could ask all of our classmates and lots of teachers what they use the internet for. But because you're at home, I'd like you to ask your grown-ups and any brothers and sisters that you've got. And then maybe you might want to pick up the phone and phone some of your relatives or your friends and ask them what they use the internet for, to see if you can get a really broad range of things that people use the internet for. Okay, so I'd like you to have a chat with your grown-ups and your brothers and sisters, and then maybe make some phone calls and ask them as well. And list here what websites or what games they use on the internet, and see if any of them appear more than once in your tally chart. Once you've done that, once you've got a few ideas from the people around you, I'd like you to write a few sentences about what you've discovered. So again, as I always say, full sentences, capital letters, full stops, letters on the line, finger spaces, you guys know the drill. So I'd like you to write down what you've learned. What things do people use the internet for? Do grown-ups use the internet for things that are different to children? That would be an interesting thing to look at, wouldn't it? Do the children in your house play more games and the grown-ups do more work things? Maybe it's the other way around at the moment. I know you guys are using the internet to learn at the moment as well. So just write a few sentences about what you've discovered about how and why people use the internet. Okay, I look forward to seeing it on Tapestry later. Have a great day.